Grandma was shocked to find that her daughter-in-law had brought back two identical granddaughters, but she clearly only had one granddaughter, named Anin, who'd accidentally drowned a year ago and had been missing ever since. How could two granddaughters suddenly show up like this? The scene scared her out of her wits. She screamed, "Ghosts! There are ghosts here!" It turns out that a year ago, the woman, due to her carelessness, caused her daughter Anin to fall into the water and disappear. It's been a whole year now, and there's still no news of Anin. She lives in self-blame and regret every single day. Her husband not only didn't blame her but kept urging her to let it go. But just as they were about to give up searching and plan for a second child, unexpectedly, they got a call from the police station. The police said on the phone that they'd found Anin. The woman asked if they'd recovered the body. The person on the other end said, "What body? The kid is perfectly fine." The woman was utterly shocked, unable to believe that her daughter, who'd been missing for a year, was still alive. So she immediately rushed to the police station with her husband. The moment they walked in, they were stunned there. Right in front of them were two identical girls. The couple was left dumbfounded. At that point, the police officer reminded them, "How could you be so careless as to leave such lovely daughters by the riverside?" He told them to take the girls home quickly. The already confused couple was even more bewildered. They knew full well they only had one daughter, but now two identical ones had suddenly appeared, which they just couldn't accept. So to figure out which of the two was the real Anin, the woman asked them to stretch out their arms. Because their daughter had a crescent-shaped birthmark on her arm, one of the girls immediately held out her arm. Seeing that, the couple instantly decided this must be their Anin. But unexpectedly, the next second, the other girl also stretched out her arm and there was the same crescent birthmark on it. This completely threw them for a loop. So the husband suggested taking both Anin and S home first. After all, Anin had been raised by his mother since she was little. Maybe his mother could tell which one was the real Anin. But when Grandma saw the two girls, she was immediately terrified, thinking she was seeing ghosts. The woman quickly stepped forward to steady Grandma and asked her to help tell which one was the real Anin. But Grandma said, "My granddaughter drowned in the water a year ago. These two must be here to claim a life." As she spoke, she tried to get rid of them as quickly as possible. Grandma's reaction made the woman more convinced that there was something off about the two kids. So her husband came up with another idea: send both children to school and ask Teacher Liang to help identify them. After all, Teacher Liang had taught Anin for 2 years. If one of them acted strangely, Teacher Liang would definitely notice. So the woman agreed to her husband's plan and sent both kids to school. Unexpectedly, when Teacher Liang saw the two girls, she was also scared and stepped back repeatedly. It wasn't until the woman told her the whole story that Teacher Liang gradually relaxed, saying she'd keep a close eye on the two children and inform her as soon as she found anything. The woman pinned all her hopes on Teacher Liang, hoping she could help figure out which one was her daughter. From that day on, the woman sent the two children to school on time every day. Gradually, Teacher Liang seemed to notice something. Until that day, she just dropped the two children off at school when the teacher said she knew which one was the real Anin.